Basically, if you live, say, to the east of 27 down here, this is the area in the Highlands County that we are watching most closely right now, because it looks like this rotation is basically just riding right up 27 in southern Highlands County, working its way, southern and central Highlands County, working its way on towards the north as well.
Yeah, and I was just reading, you know, this is coming from a trained spotter who is saying there's a large wedge tornado on the ground. It's moving north-northeast near Lake Placid Lakes, rather, near State Road 70 and US 27. So kind of these areas that we're focusing in on.
That's right here.
But to think about, you know, we can't see it, but to think about a large wedge tornado on the ground, that's very scary. And we have continued to see some of these videos and pictures of these really massive tornadoes that are spinning up with all of these rain bands and all of that friction that is going to continue to occur as these kind of whip across the state, really.
Yeah, I mean, and this is something that you're not used to talking about here. When you start hearing something like a large wedge tornado, it just gives you an indication of how much power is in these storms and how quickly these spin up. And these are very large and destructive tornadoes. And then on top of it, they're long track tornadoes. So we're seeing these go for miles and miles and miles, and we just continue. I was showing this earlier. Let me go out a little wider on this, and I'll show you this. We look at the tracks here. And so what we've seen with this, as you just kind of draw the lines on here, you can see we see these green lines. And basically, we just continue to see these tracks over and over, and you see where these are going.
Wow.
These are working their way right through these areas that we have these confirmed tornadoes, and then they work their way up into Highland, or up into Polk County rather, as well. So we're just going to continue to see this, and I just don't think we're going to see much in the way of any let up from this. It will continue to be a situation like this, and then on top of it, you have so much rain in this. So these are all rain wrapped, very dangerous situations. So you've got the torrential rain, you've got the very strong winds. Some of these winds are gusting right now 45, 50 miles an hour just because of the rain and all the strong winds that are in this. And then on top of that, you have an embedded tornado in there as well. So just again, looking at these, this is the one confirmed tornado. I mean, this looks about as dangerous as it gets right there.
Yeah, and moving right into Lake Placid. I mean, that is, you know, not a very populated area, but there are a lot of houses right in and around there. I know a lot of people who have houses in this area. So there are certainly a lot of little towns here, and so very dangerous situation as we think about kind of the sheer size and strength of a wedge tornado of this kind of magnitude, of the size that we're seeing here on our radar indicated kind of storm velocity, where we're seeing those winds kind of heading toward the radar, away from the radar. That's where we get that indication of some spin. That's what we look for. But of course, now we know, we have spotters in this area who are seeing, and we're going to continue to see if we maybe get any of that video or, pictures of what, these spotters on the ground are actually seeing here in the Lake Placid area.
Yeah, just zooming in. I mean, here you see Highland Park Estates. You're seeing a lot of little roads in here. This is obviously, this is a community, some subdivisions here in and around 27 heading to the north. So there are plenty of homes down here, and this is working its way right through this area, and that is a very definite signature right there. I mean, you're seeing very strong rotation in this.